So hi everyone, my name is Lai Junhao in REI Group 2 with my teammate Xing. Today we are going to talk about the assignment of fundamental of computer network. So next slide. For introduction, we are going to talk about the local area network for organization with four locations. The first location we are going to talk about is administration department. The second location we have two floors, which is ground floor and first floor. In the ground floor, we are represent the manufacturing department, and the first floor we have two departments, which is accounting department and human resource department. In location C, we represent the sales department, and location D, we represent the warehouse department. So in the network topology design, we are choosing star topology to become our topology, and numerous benefit in terms of management and future maintenance, and it's allowed each department to have their own switch connected to end device, and also easy and manageable way to connect end device to the network, and other part of the network are unaffected if any department disconnect from the network, and network error are easier to detect. Next slide. So for the addressing design, the address class we choose is class B, and the default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and the custom subnet mask is 255.255.255.128. The number of address need in the largest subnet and second largest subnet is 80 hosts in location B and 50 hosts in location A. The number of address needs for 30% growth in the largest and the second largest subnet is 80, which is 24 hosts in location B, and second is 50 in 15 hosts in location A. So the number of need in usable host is 104 hosts in location B and 65 hosts in location A. The total number of host address is 128 and in location B and 64 in location A. Total number of usable hosts is 126 in location B and 62 in location A. The number of bits borrowed is in location B we are borrow 7 bits, and in location A we're going to borrow 6 bits. Like the addressing table we are going to use is the gigabyte. So the first gigabyte 0/0 we're going to represent is the IP address is 172.16.1.1. The subnet mask is 255.255.255.126. The second one is gigabyte 1/0, and the IP address is 172.1.16.0.129. So the subnet mask is 12x also. The gigabyte 2/0 is 1.1 and for IP address, and then the subnet mask is 224. So the gigabyte 3/0 IP address is 1.33, and then the subnet mask is 224. The gigabyte for 4/0 and the IP address is 1.65, and the subnet mask for 240 is 240, and then the interface for gigabyte 5/0, the IP address is 1.81 and the subnet mask is 248. Next slide. So the first device name, which is switch 0 until switch 3, we are going to use the same interface, which is VLAN 1, and then the address IP is 172.16.02 until 5. Then the subnet mask is same, is 255.255.255.128. The default gateway is all the same, which is 172.16.0.1. And then the switch for administration department, we have 3 switch, which is 4, 5, and 6, and also the interface used is VLAN 1. So the IP address we are going to use is 172.16.0.130 until 132. The subnet one we're going to use is also 255.255.255.128, and the default gateway also is 129. So next slide. The next switch there in the warehouse is switch 7 and we're going to use VLAN in our interface, and the IP address is 172.16.1.2 and the subnet mask is 224. Then the default gateway is 1.1. And the accounting department with switch 8, we are going to use VLAN 1 to the interface, and then IP address is 1.34. And the subnet mask is 224. The default gateway we are going to use is 1.33. Inside the sales department, which is switch 9, we are going to use VLAN 1 in the interface, and then IP address is 1.66. Subnet mask is 240. Default gateway is 1.65. And then the switch 10 is human resource, which is VLAN 1 to interface, and then the IP address is 1.82, and then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.248. The default gateway we use is 1.81. Next slide. So this one I'm going to pass to my partner to present the addressing table for end device.
Thank you, Junhao. For our device, we have two manufacturing PC. They are PC0 and PC1. For interface, we use fast Ethernet 0, and for IP address is 172.16.0.6 to 7 for PC0 and PC1. And for subnet mask, both of them are using 255.255.255.128, and default gateway they are using 172.16.0.1. For administration, we also use two PC and both using fast Ethernet, and for IP address we're using 172.16.0.133 to 134. Both subnet masks are also using 0.128, and for default gateway they are using 0.129. For warehouse, we're using one PC and one printer, and for the interface we're also using fast Ethernet, and for IP address we're using 172.16.1.3 to 4. And for subnet mask, we're using 224 for both, and for default gateway, we're using 172.16.1.1 for both of them. For accounting, we're using two PC as well and using fast Ethernet interface. And for IP address, we are starting from 172.16.1.35 to 36. And subnet mask, we're using 224. And for default gateway, we're using 172.16.1.33. And for sales, we're using one laptop and one printer, and both also using fast Ethernet. The IP address is 172.16.1.67 to 68. And subnet mask, we're using 240. And for default gateway, we're using 172.16.1.65. For human resource, we're using two PC and using fast Ethernet as interface, and IP address is starting from 83 to 84. And subnet mask we're using both as 255.255.255.248, and default gateway we're using 172.16.1.81. And for example, we can start from using administration PC1 and connect with the warehouse PC0. So we go into the PC1 and command prompt. We just key in a ping and we key in the IP address for our warehouse PC1 at 172.16.1.3. Because it's first time, it always have something, so we display another time, and it's connect successfully, and we can try to connect with others as well. And we can start using manufacturing PCO, and we can go to the command prompt and connect with the laptop of sales. Like you just key in a ping 172.16.1.67. Ping again, and it shows that the packet is sent for and received for. There's no loss and 0% loss. That means it's successful. And we go back to our slides, and for our next part, we are going to tell you about our digital resources that we use. We have used Cisco Packet Tracer as I displayed just now. We are using that to design our network and done our network configuration. And we're also using YouTube to search for our assignment material and upload our presentation video that we are doing now. And for Facebook and Instagram, these social medias, we are used to share our presentation video to the others. Google Docs we're using for documentation for our assignments. And for Discord, we have using it to discuss our assignment and also send the packet tracer file or any document to each other from our teammates. And any DEX, we use it to control over teammates PC and teach him about packet tracer because sometimes there's misunderstanding. And for Google Slides, we have used it to do the presentation slides that we are displaying to you. And for Google Meet, we use it to discuss about the assignment for the packet tracer and everything. And thank you for everyone for listening for our assignment presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.